Okay, and this is where Corey and I get to fighting, is when math gets involved. Because if he makes a wrong move and I say something, he gets mad at me. And if I don't like the way it looks, then I get mad at him. Anyway, you can see our boo-boos where my little marks are. We are actually using this bottom piece measured 15 inches by 73 and whatever. It's not, everything's not quite even. That's why he's having to do the math for me, because I don't do this. Anyways, where he's putting these X's, we're going to drill a little hole. And the foam that I bought is not a solid piece, and I'm not wanting it to shift as people sit down on it. It's got 4 different layers. So to help keep it all stationary, my game plan is to take a really thick piece of thread or yarn or something, going through it and putting different buttons on the top of it to help stabilize it. Also, my very bottom piece I'm planning on gluing to the piece of wood. So that'll help stabilize it as well. So.
And Dusty's math, if it's not done in crayon, it doesn't work.
It's true. It is so very true.
You need crayons and one of those plastic rulers.
Different color crayons.
Yeah, and then math works.
See? Yes, sir. Sexy. Okay, so we're getting creative on this one, guys. Corey and I went to Price Foam, and it's $79 a yard. So we've decided to create our own memory foam one. This one was actually cheaper than the other one too. And the other ones had this like waffly egg grate thing. This one is actually flat. So I got a queen size for $69, and it says that it's 79 by whatever. It's, when I actually measured it, it is not 79. It's like 76 and a half. So don't go by their measurements exactly. We're gonna cut this thing, and you're gonna laugh at the way he's doing it. He's doing it with his bobcat. We're gonna push it down and cut a very straight line. When he's doing it, I'll show you in a minute. But I just wanted you to see the foam, how some of the edges are already not so perfectly straight. We're gonna try to fix all that. So just got laid out on the barn floor, and here we go. All right, so he's marked his first 15-inch piece, and we smushed it between 2 pieces of board with the bobcat forks to get as much of a smash as we possibly can. This is how much it's sticking up on the side, so when we cut it, it should be a super straight cut. Okay, so he's just making his cut. He changed the blade on the cutter to make sure it's super sharp. And let's see what kind of a cut we get. Yeah, sheer perfection. Most people just use like a butter knife, but we can't do things normal, right? Maybe our next adventure will be upholsterers. Anyway, this is 2-inch memory foam with a gel thing on top of it, the gel cooling thing. Even though it's just a bit, somebody could still put this on the floor and probably sleep on it. Maybe a little skinny. That is funny.
We actually are professional photographers, but today we've decided to film in direct sunlight and in the wind. Here's Dusty.
Sorry about the sun. I've actually used 2 different kinds of spray. Sorry, it's about to set up. This one is a 3M spray, or the other one was a Loctite. The 3M is working way better. I'm just kind of gluing them together. I'm trying to get the front as even as I possibly can. So that's what I've got. It's very, very windy. 3M spray. Don't use it inside, I suggest. It's so bright. Here, go over here. Okay, Corey said to explain the buttons to you. We have made this, they're supposed to be 2 inches thick. They're a little bit shy of that, so it's showing that it's supposed to be 6 inches. It's not, it's about 4.5. My material that I sewed is 4 inches, so it comes right in. There's a little bit of space on each side of it. I am planning on doing a button pattern in the 5 where it comes to the V, it goes back out. So we made sure and went in a little bit, because if you go too far to the edge, see how the edge kind of pops up? So as we came in, our first one's going to be here, and it's not affected by the edges. So Corey magically measured to where they're all even. Come look at the dots. Come here. And when you push it down, it's literally going to be the pattern of that.
So like a Tijuana tuck and roll.
Something like that, yes.
I'm screwing stuff up inside. How are you doing out here?
I'm doing fabulously.
No problems whatsoever.
No problems.
It's all perfect.
Can I have those pliers?
The nails go in this way, not that way, obviously. Do you suggest people work with their spouses, boo? Do you suggest people work with their spouses, boo?
Oh, hell yeah.
Which do you think would be best in your vehicle of recreation, Dusty?
Well, I want to do them on mix match, but the ones that I love all have little things sticking up, and it's going to hurt somebody's hiney. So I don't care about their heinies, I just care about the way it looks.
Do you really think people will be getting within this thing?
They better. Okay, so what I'm doing, I need the open end. So we've gotten these 12-inch needles, 8-inch, 12-inch, big enough. I'm literally taking the 2 ends.
It's not the size that matters, though.
It's how you write your name, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead and cut that. Just down the ears.
Take 32.
Okay, so I have seriously just tied the 2 loose ends very loosely with my needle, with the loop at the bottom. I'm going to shove through the top, through the top. I'm going to go as straight down as I possibly can, all the way through all the layers. When it comes through the bottom, I'm going to use this little hammer to tap it just because I don't want to hurt my hand. It'll bring all the layers together. Be sure and stop at the top. And now we're just going to staple this down. Grab my gun. Sorry, so prepared. Alright, I'm going to put a couple of staples just right here in the top to hold it on either side. So now when I flip it over to the other side, this is seriously secure. Flip it over. I left enough access to where I have a place to tie it. I need to decide how taut, as they say, and how far down I want my button. Just tie it off a couple of times, tie your button on, and you got a button in there. How tight do you think it needs to go down? I want it low enough that the button's set down in it, so I'm going to bring it down a little further and try right about there.
You know, if you can get a fly's ears wet, you can kill him.
Really?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, and that's it. Thank you.
And she thinks she gets to keep it this way. Nope. Can you do this with your toes?
I can do it with my teeth.
Have you tried your toes?
Not just yet. You want me to? I can do that. What's your problem? See, getting it with my toes. Okay. Well, if we put 2 toes on either side and then push. So you can tell we've had to get in and out of the door just a few times. And big guy's shoulders are a little bit too big, but come on in, Mr. Oh, that was incredible. Okay.
I'm so skinny.
You're doing good. I wanted to show you the finished product of the glamper settee, the little sofa type situation that we have going on. We've used the material to tie everything together. Little sperm, or some people call them paisleys, are the same pattern that's on top of the ceiling. So everything ties together. Also, the ruffle matches other ruffles throughout the whole entire trailer to tie it all in. But my very favorite part, come take a look at these buttons. These were grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, and just random people from Goodwill that were probably pretty cool too. So we have all this history and all these things attached that mean a lot. The colors, it was really hard deciding what color I was going to do over here. This funky limey green color. Part of the reason is because that's what they had available when I purchased it. But then as I started putting all my stuff together, it really ties in. Come over here. Instead of using the closet door, we've decided to use fun, funky materials. And this is the exact same color as my beautiful sofa over here. So, glamping. Getting a little more glamorous.
You done?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, say something funny now.
No pressure.